bats. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we give it a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage.
It's time for the talking to stop. Introduce. And here is
This bout is scheduled.
one of the hottest tickets around. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Not a lot of defense here at all. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might be ready to fall down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Taylor in that lap. What do we expect to see here in round two? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Jab doesn't find a home. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Can't score with that jab. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. They stop the hook there. Nice counter. He misses with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk talking about Taylor in that last round. The game plan does not seem to... On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. You'd like to see more jabs. Misses with the straight left. Punch caught him clean. Just avoids a left uppercut. That counter shot lands. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Perfect punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Taylor in that last round.
That's his round.
There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punches coming from every angle. One of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced is in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Beautiful counter shot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Taylor in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need it. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
It's bombs away. Terrific counter lands. Tried to score with the uppercut. They are giving us a high-tempo show. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
These two fighters are made for one another. This fight has a real good flow to it. They better start respecting each other's punching power. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Taylor in that last round. Talk about a one-sided on to the 6th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Well done with that counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What a punch. How about that time counter shot? Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
lucky to miss with that jab. Can't connect with that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. He is down. And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post-round.
Just missed with that hook. It's code red time for Josh Taylor. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jab not finding its target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision.